That is State of Shock and Best I Ever Had. Hey, everybody, this is Ted Jessup, and this evening down at the Salt Docks with Peter Estevan from Pedaling for Parkinson's, I'm going to continue my, knowledge of riding bicycles. I would have said continuing to learn how to ride a bike, but I know how to do that now. Doing pretty good for myself, and this is all in preparation for Pedaling for Parkinson's, which will be taking place July 11th through to the 13th. It's a non-competitive bike relay, I suppose, raising money for Parkinson's research and Parkinson's disease. And with me on the line right now is the Senior Manager of Strategic Initiatives for Parkinson's Society Central and Northern Ontario, Jon Collins. Jon, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're most welcome. Thanks for having us and for your commitment to the ride.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And, let's talk about how the Society got involved with the ride.
Sure. So Peter and David came to us about 3 years ago just with an idea to ride. They each had a connection to Parkinson's and wanted to do something to make a difference. So it started out the two of them riding around the area, soliciting pledges, from their friends and just trying to raise some money to make a difference. Now, that's grown from two men on their bikes to an event that'll be entering its fourth year this year in Parry Sound with roughly 100 riders and really making a big impact on the community and on Parkinson's as well.
Well, fantastic. And when people do make their pledges for this event, it's always helpful to know where the money's going and how far Parkinson's research has come along in the last few years. I know you're on the front lines of that, Jon. How have things been going?
Well, certainly I think we've been making progress. I wish I could say to you on the phone that we have the cure in sight, so to speak, but we're not there yet. What we are doing well with is discovering the items that cause Parkinson's, things that are increasing people's risk factors, and also new therapies and new treatments to help make life better for people living with Parkinson's as well. And that's really beyond the research. That's where we position ourselves, is trying to be a gap. While researchers are out there really looking for that cure, we're trying to bridge the gap and provide support, education, and be there for people living with Parkinson's while we're on the hunt for that.
Well, this is a ride that's just been getting bigger and better every year, and I know Parkinson's research has just been getting more and more in depth every year. It's a struggle, but I think things are going in the right direction, thanks to good people like you and the Parkinson's Society of Central and Northern Ontario. And Jon, I know you did the ride yourself back in 2012, and I just learned how to ride a bike 3 weeks ago. When you did the ride, you said you hadn't been on the bike in like 10 years? Is that true?
Yeah, so kind of a similar situation for me. I was able to pick it up again. You know, they say you never forget riding a bike, and I was able to pick it up. It was on a cycle that some of the other riders were kind of chuckling at me about. It's a hybrid bike. I'm not a road cyclist.
Okay.
And I didn't have the level of support that you have. Didn't have Peter out on the docks getting me going. So I was on my own, but I did survive almost 100 kilometers my first year through. I did the 40 last year in a breeze, and I think that's where I'll land this year as well.
Little by little, right?
That's right. Well, every pedal stroke makes a difference, right?
Exactly. Well, you know what? You were able to get almost 100 after not being on a bike for 10 years. So that's really showing me that it can be done. And it is possible. So you know what? You're like my inspiration, Jon. I'm going to be thinking about you when I'm out there.
Sure. Well, we haven't met yet, and I don't know that that's a great title for me, but I'm glad to give you that. And, for me, truly, the inspiration is making a difference for people with Parkinson's, and I'm sure for yourself as well, and that's where we all look with this event, right?
Absolutely. That's what we're riding for, and that's what's going to be on our minds July 11th through to the 12th. Jon, thank you so much for joining me today. You can learn more about the Parkinson's Society of Central and Northern Ontario at their website, www.parkinsonscno.ca. Jon, thanks again.
Ted, thank you.